which means it includes all of the numbers 7. So 7 has a whole lot of interesting things behind it. 7th chakra, your crown. 7 is a cycle of consciousness. That's why we talk about the 7-year itch, right? 7 is a very, very interesting number. It's also your magnetic field in numerology, and the 10 bodies, and it is about being the healer, about allowing yourself to be healed. And there's a big difference between healing and curing. Curing means whatever the dis-ease is gone. Healing means that the bigger situation that caused the dis-ease is gone out of your magnetic field, okay? And sometimes it means that you leave your body, but you're healed. This year is a really interesting year. Somebody has their microphone live, so if you could just mute yourself, that would be fantastic. It's a really powerful year, and it's not going to be smooth and simple. It's 7 is the power number, and it's asking us to step into our power, to step into not our personal power, but our larger, connected, mandalic power, where we know that the power is coming through. It is not just me, right? It is the through stream. And some of the things to do when our magnetic fields are really small, we feel like we want to hide, we don't want to see people. We get very triggered very easily. When somebody doesn't agree with us, we just, want to lash out. When your magnetic field is strong, you feel that you are you, and you're a good listener. You can take other people's things in, but you don't have to buy them. You can just be present with them, right? So it is, you want to add energy to your magnetic field, wear white. It's, it adds an extra 12 inches. Your magnetic field can be as small as a few inches and as large as 9 feet, okay? So it really is, how do we get this really strong and cleared? Because we collect stuff out here. Your magnetic field is this wonderful field that both has input and also energy that goes out from you. So it's where we take in a lot of stuff, and it sits there with us. And also we can radiate out. If you see it, it's like the pixels go both directions. So it's a multi-directional life force for us. Your crown is called your 10th gate, and it means that it protects all these other energetic things we call chakras. It is the 1,000-petal lotus that we look to with our meditation, our neutral mind, and our contemplation, and our allowing the divine to come through, to tip over and drench us in what we say is that nectar, so that we can really be in that place of the we-ness, right? I did this one art series called We Be Me. And it's because the W, the M, and the B, right, on the side, in certain fonts are all the same thing. The only difference is the B has the I in it. It has the letter I. But all the rest is, so it tells us that, yes, we need to be me, but we need to be we. We get to understand the we-ness of this lifetime, this why we came here. So some of the things that you can really do for your magnetic field, we're going to do in class today. Some of the things that you can do for your crown, we're going to do in class. It's very interesting that there's not a lot of yoga exercises that actually work on the crown, but there is a lot of meditation that works with that crown energy. And something else is water. Water is really, really good for your magnetic field. If you ever feel like, frazzled, upset, just go take a shower. Yeah, I didn't sleep last night very well. So I got up this morning, I took a cold shower because your nervous system calms down. And when your nerves are frayed, what happens is your magnetic field gets the energy in your magnetic field gets very kind of shaky and staticky, and then we tend to react a lot. So your magnetic field is like the nervous system that goes out into your body. And this crown center is so much about how we can allow the divine to flow through us. How can we open this up so that the divine can really just pour through us? So that's what we're going to get to play with today. This and this. And then just to understand that a 7 is a cycle of consciousness. And as we go through this year, when things challenge your consciousness, when they want you to react instead of acting, just see if you can't take a breath, bite your tongue lightly, and just, okay, we'll play with that breath a little bit in class because you don't want to bite your tongue so hard it hurts. You just want to capture it so you don't say things that you wish that you hadn't said, and that you remember to breathe. Your tongue is captured, and you can focus on your breath as opposed to our reaction. All right? When we say a cycle of consciousness, we mean a completion of a cycle. That 7 is there to remind us it's a completion. So how do we want to complete it? Yes, that's the question. So just going to read a little Mary Oliver poem. I dreamed I was traveling from one country to another, jogging on the back of a white horse, whose hoofs were the music of dust and gravel, whose halter was made of leafy braids, of flowers, whose mane was earth, and it never grew tired, though the sun went down like 1,000 roses, and the stars put their white faces in front of the black branches above us. And then there was nothing around us but water, and the white horse turned suddenly like a bolt of white cloth, opening under the cloth's clever, deft hands, and became a swan. Its red tongue flickered out as it perceived my great surprise, my huge and unruly pleasure, my almost unmanageable relief. So water, drinking water. Do a lot of drinking water, a lot of bathing, a lot of, connectivity. Yes. Okay. All right. Are you having problems hearing me? No. Yes? No? Up, down?